Hello. How's it going? So, as my title and thumbnail indicates, today is kind of I don't know what I'm doing. So, this morning I looked at my old files and I was like, is there anything that I started drawing and just never did? And I found like my old OC redesign stuff that I did last year, these things, and figured, you know what? Maybe I could just do that. Redraw, well, not redraw, but like, you know, clean up this whole redesign thing. So, I might do that. Otherwise, since this is kind of a doing whatever feeling, I'd be open to, I don't know, drawing requests or something. If there's anything you want me to draw. But so that I'm not doing absolutely nothing, I'll be drawing this. And if you weren't there for the original stream, my thought about this design is that I would draw it out and then give it away as a design. So first off, since I have a bit of experience drawing VTuber models now, for myself, the symmetry rule is very important. So I add a symmetry ruler in the middle, and then I grab the object tool to select the symmetry ruler. Heyaroki! Which, now that I think about it, it might be easier if I show you. Where can I show it to you? Showing the full screen is probably better for showing how the ruler stuff works. So
Yep.
Here. The chat will disappear from the screen. Don't mind. Or actually, let me bring the chat onto the screen. I'm adjusting things on OBS right now. Here. This looks pretty good. Let's switch over to the screen. Let me turn on the BGM too. Because this is the one where I turned off the BGM because this is this game screen I had. Okay. There we go. So yeah, full screen. So I added a symmetry ruler, and then I go and select my operations to select the ruler. Wait, not the operations move layer? No. Yeah, it should be operations. Then I should be able to select the ruler, which I'm having difficulty selecting the ruler for some reason. Selection. New selection. And here I was like, I totally know how to do this. There. Does this work? Yeah. I have to be selected on the, oh wait. It's behind the chat. Let me move the chat over. Over here, I need to be selected on this thing. The object. And then on the operations object, I can select the ruler. So now you can see that the ruler is selected, which means I can move the ruler around technically, right? But what I want to do is I want to center it into the center, and since I have a 2000 pixel canvas, I know that the center is at 1000. So if I do that... Oh wait, is that... not 100, 1000. There. This is exactly centered on the canvas now. Wow. And I guess I can put the Y in the center as well, which is at math 2250. Not that it really matters for the Y. And that's how you put a ruler in the middle. I learned that off the internet. Yay! And so, with a symmetrical ruler, you can draw things symmetrically. So... the way that I'll be drawing is probably just a sketch first. Oh yeah, by the way, if there's anything else you want me to draw, so... I'm half taking requests. Oh, hey Haji. I was just saying that since I'm kind of drawing whatever, I am willing to take requests. It'll be probably on the level of doodles, but yeah. Alright, move the chat back. But if there's no request, then I'm just gonna keep drawing what I'm drawing. I should probably write this down, actually. In my little note thing. HSR? I do not.
Aw, dang it.
There. You can request something, no guarantee I'll draw it though. And that'll just be on the note in the corner. Pomeranian? Okay, sure.
Ormond Phantom.
Which one? Which one? If I'm to draw one.
Pomu.
Pomu? Okay. It's been a while since I drew Pomu. Let me search her up. Is there a particular outfit you want me to draw her in? Base? Okay. Wow, I just searched her up and clicked on the first virtual YouTuber fandom.com wiki, and it was Spanish. Alright. As long as they have good reference images, I'll take it. You'll just have to, I guess, screenshot it or something when I'm done. Yeah, it's got her Identitad and Historia and all that stuff. Let's, you know, since I've been drawing chibis, let's draw her chibi. She's got... I'm not sure if I want to do a full body chibi.
The urge not to hard render.
A hard render? Do you mean like spending a lot of time rendering or something? I'm not sure if I know exactly the term. Okay, let's throw on some basic facial features.
Polish rendering, I think. Polish
rendering? Well, how do I fight the urge. I have some things that I spend way too much time on, and having known that I spend way too much time on them, I feel better not spending time on some other stuff, if that makes sense. It's like, what I'm drawing right now is falling under something to draw quickly. I don't mind if it's a bit off.
I should try this for practices.
The ribbon takes up so much space, I need to shrink this a bit more. Make up space for the ribbon. I mean, I'm definitely not especially skilled. I'm just hobby. There's like the flower thing here. Let's have her do this kind of pose. You know? How long is her hair?
Oh, it's just a doodle. Creates the cutest being.
Well, that's thanks to Pomu herself. Her hair is pretty long. I need to find like a full body because I see all of these like waist ups and it keeps going longer. Okay. I found her reference sheet. That's what I need. Her hair goes to like, yeah, a bit past her waist. So... well, when it's chibi, this makes her hair seem...
after the incident?
Seems like it's going like past her thighs. After the incident is, well, I can imagine what you're talking about, but yes. I was also a Niji fan before though, if that makes sense. I've been a fan since 2020. If I simplify it, I've been drawing chibis without— oh snap, I've been drawing chibis without the body, so I don't know how to like—
oh, I think mine was like 2022, like there was still Miss Amita and so on.
yeah. I've been watching them since before them. And then there's this shape.
I love their quirky personalities.
Yeah. Lots of people on the internet have quirky personalities. Let's give that as our sketch. You know what? Let's play around with some brushes. The mapping pen is the very, how do I put it? It's very round and consistent. Let's draw it with that. By the way, when I drew Pomu last for like my Drawing Niji Livers project, hers is one of my favorites in the early batch. My brush size is 7.8, that's such an awkward number. Let me set it to something normal. Like 5? No, let's make it bigger, 6. 6 is fine.
Of like 6.7.
Well, I settled on 6. Six, 7, huh?
3. I certainly don't know what you mean.
Open happy? Or just smiling face? He's also got all of those accessories on her head. Well, I say all, but there's just pins on each side. Yay, face. Let me lower this so that I stop getting confused. 20 lines in the same place. Let's actually draw this.
Hey, not to throw hate on a question here. Why do you stay in Niji? Like, I want you to know your opinion.
Because I like who I watch. There's no reason to stop watching them, right? And there's so many of them that I find myself constantly being like, oh my gosh, this person's so amazing, this person's so funny, this person's so talented, and there's no time to stop. You know? Rather, the question is, why would I not stay? And the only reason I can think of that is if my personal life gets busy.
Oh, I should watch Anna again.
It's kind of like, why do you still watch anime? Kind of question, you know? If you're someone who watches anime. Yeah, I really like Enna's singing. Let's get those ears back on you.
I get it. Even if there's some vile parts of an anime, why do you still watch it? Types of answer. Based VTuber moment.
Alright. Let's get that bass on here.
Honestly, I love Enna's singing.
Yeah, I think that's like something that a lot of people agree on. Let's add one for the ribbon. Alright, I feel like this has turned out more clean than I thought it would be.
This isn't a doodle anymore.
Yeah, right? Something happened.
It's a hard linear art.
Do you draw? Haji?
I send my art on the Discord.
Oh, right. Sorry, the name difference.
I recently changed my name, sorry.
All good. If you want, I can send the line art of this, and you can do the coloring. Me being like, yeah, the coloring part is probably what takes the most time for me. If I think about it. Or rather than the most time, the most mental effort, maybe? I don't know if it would take the most time. Exactly. Because right now I'm not really thinking. Not really. But I think if I get to the coloring, it would probably end up being thinking. I like being able to draw without thinking too much, though. It's so nice. I've got all these random layers, okay.
Instinctually creating a new layer and doing linear art.
Well, I don't know about instinctually, it's just like, this part's gonna overlap, so I should probably do a new one. And as for the line art right here, I'm basically following my sketch, where I did think. I was thinking when I did my sketch. But then, like, when it comes to the line art, I'm kind of just looking at it, I guess, and being like, that feels right, that doesn't feel right, redraw it.
It's how to color chivas though.
And that's what I got caught up with thinking. I'm like, because for the other TVs I just did flat colors with like no shading. Bucket tool. Powers. Okay, the hair might require a bit of thought as I'm getting here. I'm like, is this how hair
I always
works?
do semi-realistically shadings.
It might be different then. Yeah, I might need to think about this hair. Let's pause on the hair.
Or big shapes? I think. More asterisk.
Yeah. Wait a moment, this arm is awfully big considering the size of her body. I should make it a lot smaller. It's probably gonna, like, be here, right?
It's how you do it, but it's so cute.
It's after looking at so many cute things on the internet, you're like, you develop your sense of cutiness, right? That's also how you develop your taste of other things, too. My opinion. Consume media, be like,
more cute things.
I want to do something like this. And then be like, what is it exactly that makes me want to do more like this? And then you kind of, like, I don't know, figure it out. She's got her Pomu rain puff sleeve there.
Send some art on Discord.
I guess so, like, if I like something. I could technically send it there. Maybe I could add a channel just for, like, sharing pretty art or something, and everyone can just share what they think is nice.
Number art share.
Number art share. Yeah, art share. How do I get this puff sleeve working? Oh no, I'm thinking too hard. Not a bad thing though. Thinking.
Basically reference library on Discord, ha 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 ha.
Yeah. Thing is, if I make these puffs too big, then it feels a bit awkward. Let's not make it too big then. It'd be like this big. It wouldn't pop over to the other side of the hair. Okay. Where do you normally see your art? I have spent way too much time on Twitter. That's where I've been mostly developing my taste, I guess. Oh no, Pomu's detailed
Pinterest.
Oh. Pinterest?
And games.
And games. I see. I never got into Pinterest. My oh my. Pomu's outfit. How can I simplify it?
It's like Google but only images.
Yeah, Google Images has been kinda sucky lately. Whenever I try to look for reference images, it's like mixed in with all of these GIFs as well that are like low quality, and then you scroll to the bottom.
There's some AI on it though, which I hate.
It's kind of difficult to get at a AI, which sucks. Alright, her skirt thing with that looks like petals.
The main reason why I don't trust Twitter.
That is a point. And I'm not especially good at telling the difference, honestly. Between what is AI and what isn't AI. Like, there'll be those call-out posts and stuff. And then when I see that, I'm like, oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. But like, until they point the stuff out, I don't realize.
Yes, some AI have very human-like art styles and some people have AI-like styles too, so I get confused.
Yeah, but it's like the reason for that is because the AI trained off of like people, right? Which sucks for them, you know? The people who originally had that style. And like, it's a nice style.
Getting blamed for AI art is crazy.
Alright, there's her body. Let's try and figure out the hair again. I feel like the thing that most gets people accused of AI is when people like, or at least the one that the most obvious is when people like dig through their history and then they see different styles or like different skill levels. That one I'm kind of like, yeah, you know what? That makes sense. But like when people point out things like, I don't know, like they made a mistake here, or like this part doesn't connect to that part, I'm kind of like, oh snap, because I do that. Thinking right now about the fact that this hair does not connect, try to correct it.
Like 4 months ago my skill level was so different from my skill level now.
Yeah. But like where I see it is like if the skill level is high and then it goes low and then it goes high and then it goes low or something like that. Like it fluctuates. Probably. I think if I remember correctly, Homu's hair kind of splits in the back. So it should be accurate to do something like this, right? The reference image just makes her bald when they do the back view. Well, not bald, but they don't show the length of her hair at the back. I think this works. Yeah, I pretty much had it, I think. What?
Her hair is hip length odd curving ends if I'm correct.
Yeah,
I think.
Here, I should probably actually just... I've been looking at this reference image. But it's just when I look at... Like, this one gives me the length. when I'm looking for the shape at the back, it's just like, oh, I can't see the shape at the back. But it does look like it splits kind of like a V in the back. So that's where I'm grabbing this being split like that. But yeah, I made her hair a bit longer than it technically should be, but yeah. But since, you know, chibi means big head, small body, big head also means big hair, right? So it reaches pretty far down. The question of how to draw feet when it's chibi. Is this good enough? When you just, oh yeah, that's the foot. Do I need to make it like foot shaped? Wait, that foot's bigger than that foot.
The question of how to draw feet out of context is wild.
I mean, even non-chibi feet, how do you draw normal feet? They're vaguely foot-shaped.
I draw shoes.
I know, right? But what if one day comes where you need to draw feet? Like, they're wearing sandals like Huion. Alright, let's erase that sketch. Bam, line art. Can you make sense of it? I'm gonna add an extra line here.
Will be cursed with feet pics.
Why does one foot feel longer than the other? It feels like this foot is longer than the other.
QT.
Erase, erase. There. All right.
I will try my best to color it.
Here, I can do this, and then you'll have like a transparent version. If I export it. Okay, so the lines right now are dark green. You can change them to black. I just have them at dark green because Pomu's green. And I like having colored line art instead of like straight black line art. Or no real reason, I guess. Oh, the latest thing that you posted is really nice. Very shiny. Very, very shiny.
Art study, there was the latex.
Yeah. It looks really green when I put it like transparent. but against the white background it looks pretty dark. The way that colors work. Anyways, back to this. So this guy... Oh wait. Where's my ruler? Is it not active? This object. Select. Ruler. Line symmetry should be on? Eh? Oh wait. Huh?
AMA go now, bye and thank you.
Alright. Thanks for dropping by. See you
May
around.
you have a chill day.
Yes, you as well. My symmetry ruler, what are you doing? Why isn't it symmetrical? Let me add a new ruler then. Symmetrical ruler, line symmetry. If I do this, a random one. Yeah, that's symmetrical. Why is this one not symmetrical? I'll just remake it. Delete ruler. And then we're making a new ruler. And then I select my ruler and I set it to 1000. So that's the center. And now if I draw a line, yeah, it's symmetrical, okay. So, this guy here. You know what? I should actually center this. Roughly, I guess. I'll just do another kind of rough. Oh hey, this is my mapping pen still. I'm like, why is it so sharp? Let's play around with some other brush types. I've got this one. This one's also really sharp. Well, I am in my pen section. Should I draw a completely symmetrical model? I don't really like completely symmetrical models. It's probably a thing of like watching Niji-sanji, but Niji-sanji models don't have symmetry for the most part, unlike say like Hololive. Have I ever mentioned that I watched, there was this I don't know, do I call it a webinar? Presentation of something? That like Live 2D did? And there were guests. There was a, can't remember anymore, but rigger or modeler from Niji-sanji and a rigger modeler from Cover. Well, any color and Cover. And they were talking about like the industry and stuff, because like it was like that kind of webinar, I guess. Talking about like what kind of skills you should have to have like job prospects and all that stuff. And one of the topics was about how, a bit too far away. One of the topics was about how Niji-sanji had asymmetrical models compared to Hololive's symmetrical ones. And ever since I heard that, I was like quite interested in that concept, I guess. Because I figure that symmetry makes it much easier to rig. Well, more than figure. I know that symmetry makes things easier to rig. Because you can just copy and paste, basically. I like the effect of non-symmetrical art. It's something that I feel almost like is a VTuber thing. People who have like one sleeve or like odd eyes. The face kind of feels like it needs to be symmetrical just cause imagine rigging like eye blinking for 2 separate eyes. Not me, I just rig one and then copy and paste it. Copy, paste, flip. And that's about as far as the symmetry goes, the face. Been so long since I drew this guy. The hair makes his head feel so big. Let me add a dot in his eyes. Make him feel a bit more alive. So he's got a few layers to his clothes. Let's add a layer for his clothes on top. I should name these things. There's gonna be a lot of these layers. Face. Hair. Clothes. Just one layer for all of his clothes. It's probably gonna be shirt. So, pretty stiff color. Could I draw it symmetrical on the collar?
Well, hello there, long time no see.
Oh, hey there, always watching YouTube. Yeah, it's been a while. How have you been? I sometimes see mentions from you, but like,
How have you been?
never actually see what the mentions are. I've been good.
I'm doing good.
Just doing my own thing. As per the usual. Okay, so. Here. I wanna give a ribbon. Is
Dan,
that
I
what
mentioned
this
you
is?
like last year in some cringe fan art I did.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, it has been a while. But yeah,
It's probably buried by now, NGL.
yeah, I got like the notifications, but like when I clicked on it, it didn't bring me anywhere, so I was like, huh, is it like a glitch?
If you ever find it, 3 know that I tried.
I'm not sure if I could find it. Like, I tried clicking on it, but
Loudly crying
I
face
could not
pressing with
find
both
it.
hands. It's probably for the best, trust me.
Alright. If you say so. I don't know if this was originally supposed to be a ribbon, but I have made it a ribbon based on my imagination.
I have gotten better though at drawing.
Oh, nice! Improvement is always good to hear. So, I see. We have that. That's what it looks like underneath. I'm gonna go with drawing the clothes that's underneath first. As opposed to like the outerwear. The best. By the way, as it says in the little post-it note on the side of the screen, you can feel free to request something, though I may not actually draw it. This is pretty much a free drawing kinda stream. No real goal happening here.
Oh, you have a server.
Ah, yes, I do. I've had it since last year? Yeah.
I can join because I left some servers recently.
Yeah, if you want to join, feel free to join.
BRB.
Now, this is probably a bad idea, but now that I'm drawing this, I kind of feel like I want to rig it. But I know how long I take rigging things. And then this is a bit of like frilly thing here. Frills are kind of fun to draw, honestly. Like this kind. Okay, wait, let me do this with a bit more detail. So like this. I don't know. If you've never drawn a frills before, it can feel intimidating, but like being able to just do like this and be like, oh yeah, there's a design there. It's like, wow, you know? So nice to know a few tricks. And I'm not even that good at frills compared to like the crazy stuff that like people have like, or I guess it's not frills, lace? There's some really incredible lace stuff that people do. It's like, what the heck? How?
Your link has expired in your bio.
I guess it has been there for a while. Thanks for letting me know. I'll get a new one. Alright. Aspire after never. Copy. Alright, let me edit my bio. I should probably edit it for all of my other stuff, but that'd be that'd take quite a while. Okay. Discord. Paste. Save. Okay, it should be updated now. I'll update the last few streams of bios. Just to make it work. Alright. I just did the last two.
I have to leave early today. See you next week then.
Alright, sounds good. Thanks for dropping by. I have no clue what I was doing with that hand there. A bit long. I just had the sudden thought of like, limbs are long, it's kind of like clam. Okay, let me just slide it back a bit. Because, like, the fingers should be going mid-thigh at most, right? So, no need to have spider limbs, I guess.
Hello.
Oh, hi Zian. How's it going? I'm just drawing. Maybe this lace could actually be a bit further back. Like that much. And then it would be curved a bit more. It's like one layer of lace. And you know what? Let's move that hand back up. Bit more. Which means I will move this part a bit up as well.
How are we today?
Oh, I think we're pretty good today. How about you? That on the side so I can keep an eye on it. Okay. Lace. Do one long one and then two short ones.
I passed out earlier at 6 and just woke up at 11.
Oh. Did you get good rest? Sounds like your body needed it if you passed out.
Understand though, for 5 days I have slept at 2 or 3.
That really makes it sound like your body needed it then. Well, try to get some better sleep. I've also been adjusting my sleep schedule, so I am sleeping earlier now than I did before, which is a good thing.
Yep.
Alright, roughly have the hands like that. Alright. Let me just search up the vests. If I search up a vest, I get safety vest, the yellow vest. How do I search it up? Vest that has like double button. I guess I can search that. Double button vest. Okay, so rather than the way that I drew it, looks like the way that double button vest works is that it does this more so. You get the double buttons. And then... rather than having a line. Me trying to understand... See these vests with like collars? I do see some stuff that does like this though, like the stitching goes along here, I guess? So rather than having a line there, it would do like that. And then the buttons would just be, you know, as they are. And then just to check that I'm centered, let me just grab my symmetrical ruler. If I were to draw a line here, oh, I'm so not centered. I want to at least keep the body centered, roughly. Roughly centered. So apparently, that's what it takes to be in the center here. Okay. How did I draw this thing again? Was the... Oh, the vest had like a tail attached to it. Vest with tail? How do these things get attached? They're just literally attached. Oh, I see, I see. Well, some extent, I see, I see. I mean, I'm the one that's making up the clothes, so I can make it up however I wish, technically. I feel like I might as well... Ooh, what if I do, like, the kind that, like, you know, does this effect? The kind that, like, trails... Kinda... pretty-like? Like that kind of draping pattern. Then you can't really see it though because the legs are blocking, but hey, it's cool. I'm doing so many like flowy stuff. I kind of want to add more, but let me erase the part that would be covered by the legs.
Lucky me back, ha ha ha.
Oh, welcome back. Let's add those pants. kind of like just longer than the knee. What, straight cut? I could add like you know, when they do like this kind of thing and then have a little ribbon here. Or maybe, I don't know. How can I embellish pants? Or just have it so that it's like rolled up? Or just leaving it as completely unremarkable. Because the important part is gonna be boots, I guess. When it comes to the legs. If I hide my sketch, it looks like that. The most simple pants in imagination.
Looks good.
Well, I guess when it gets colored and shaded, it'll probably come together.
Wait, do you have another link to your server somewhere? I low-key had to leave for second.
Oh, another one? Does the one in the description not work anymore? It should be, like...
Oh wait, video description.
Yeah. You know what? I tried changing this thing to flowy stuff, but the way the legs block it out just doesn't seem to work well. So I'm gonna bring it back to what it was in the sketch. Just straight tail thing. This guy's got platform shoes because I guess he's short and trying to feel taller. There we are. This arm still feels a bit off. And by off, I mean it's like a bit too long behind this. Yeah, I think so. Trying to get the rough sense of it. Not really though. It's lengthwise, let me just... I think they're about the same. Like, if you do this, the length of one arm is about the same length as the other arm. Right? And yet it feels kind of off. I wonder why that is. Just the thickness of the sleeve, maybe? Let's redraw. The sleeve. The width of the cuff. Maybe that's it. Because this is more tight and this is more loose. Or the fact that I drew the hand a bit more sloppily here, but... well, it should be about equivalent. Where else could I add like frills or like extra embellishments? Like here I could add a bit like this, right? Yeah. Like a bit of lace there. And then on the vest, I guess I could add this to the vest. Actually, now that I'm looking at vests, which side? Okay, which side do buttons go on? Left over right, right over left? It's this way, isn't it? You do this. There we go. Let's make this shorter too. I feel as though I might be making a bad decision, but I really want to, kind of really want to turn this into a full model and rig it. Boom! Like, it doesn't have to be super fancy. So this is the new rough layer. Guess I can keep the old one, but I don't know. 3, 2, 1. I'll make it like super simple, I think. Like, hardly any levels of like movement, I guess. Let's make our brush 5 thickness, and which brush should we use? The G pen? 3. Real G pen, mapping 10, turnip pen. What's a turnip pen? For effect line, textured pen, animation. Got this kind of straightforward pen. I've got all of these like pens that I downloaded that I don't really know what to do with. Alright, let's make a bald head. The thing about making bald heads, or like models, is that it lets there be the skin when the hair moves. So I won't make it anatomically correct, I guess. It's just so that there's a section up here. So like technically the head shape would be over here, I think. Maybe. Let's put this in a folder. We're gonna keep the lines and the base colors separate. So this would be like the lines. Let me call this base line. And then I would have another one underneath it. Why am I doing this right now? And then I do this. And then I would have that. And then on top of this is where I would draw the face. I'll call this face base. And then I'll draw the eye. So the way that the eye works is that I'll have eyelash top, and then I'll have eyelash side. This is so spontaneous. Why am I doing this? I'd have eyelash side. Let me hide this a bit. The eyelash side would be like this. So that when you view them together, it looks like that. And I did not duplicate it. Let me do this. Mirror that. And then now they're on one layer. And then you would also have the eyelash bottom. You know what, let's put the symmetry on the top. Okay, so eyelash bottom. Would just be like that. Eyelash bottom. And then, with all of those lines, you would then have eye white. Okay, so if I bring back the face base completely, your eye white is gonna show up here. And basically like that. Hide this again. Hide this. And then you'd want to have the pupil. And for the pupil, thing that I found somewhat difficult about it was like whether to use a circle tool or not. Let's see what it looks like if I use the circle tool. Because if you use the circle tool like that, and like you mask it to the eye white, then it looks like that. But like, having perfect circles in your eyes kinda bugs me. But I think that's what I did here. Actually, let me look into my own eyes. Did I do perfect circles or did I draw them? I think I did ovals. So maybe if I did ovals here too. Like that. It ends up looking like that. Yeah, ovals look better than circles. But he looks a bit the opposite of cross-eyed. I need to hide this for a moment so that I can refer to what I have drawn here. That's pretty close to what I had. And then I could do that. And then what you need is also an eyelid. So underneath the eyelashes, you'll have eyelid top and eyelid bottom. Eyelid top. But I'll do the details for that afterwards. For now, it's pretty much just a placeholder layer. Then we've got eyebrows. I kind of feel like I'm just speedrunning this model creation, but Well, strike while the iron's hot, I guess. Drawing mouth is kind of crazy. You've got like the top lip, the bottom lip, the inner mouth, the teeth, the tongue, stuff like that. If you wanna get fancy like that. By the way, this is what 100% zoom is at the moment. So, what was 100% zoom on me? Because if I zoom in, you can start seeing like the pixels on me. Because I didn't draw myself in very high quality. Because yeah, I can see the pixels already. So, what I'm kind of thinking about if I do actually go ahead and make this model is that I'll try using it on Pinocchio 2D, which is the free version. Well, free version. It's the open source alternative of Live 2D Cubism. And I've kind of been looking at it recently, so if I actually do make this model, it might be interesting to do that. Learn how it works there. Let's do a layer for the bangs. Now, I think it would be kind of cool to have this as its own layer with its own physics. Because it's, I don't know, it's like a VTuber thing to have one strand of hair, right? Character design. Wow, there's one strand of hair that's like different from the others. It could be that one. I need to lower the opacity on these ones so that I can see a bit better. Okay. Almost there. All right. Those are the bangs. Now, the thing is, I could have centered bangs and then, like, side bangs. that can make it a bit more dynamic. And it does look like it's possibly well situated to have that kind of division. So, for example, like this section here could be the center bangs, and then this could be side bangs and side bangs. And it doesn't give too much extra work. So I think I'll do that, even though I drew it. I'll split it now. So let's duplicate this and then do some erasing. So I'll call this bangs R. You know, bangs is such a weird word. Anyways, when we're talking about R, we're talking about it from the anatomical point of view, which means I am going to be... Wait, this is the bangs. Let's call it detail. That's the middle thing here. So from here, bangs R is going to be on the right side, which means that side. I'm kind of conflicted about including this one, but I think I will remove it. So the rightmost bangs are going to look like this. Erase this all. Then the center ones. Center is gonna not have this. But it will have that one. And it won't have this. Alright. Then L. Will be this here. And so the way that this works now is that I can have this line go further. So that if the hair moves, I'll have a bit behind it. Same with this side. I can extend it a bit. Although to be honest, probably not all that much, because this is where it'd be attached to the head. So I'd have something more like that. And this one also would eventually get attached to the head, so if the hair did move that much, that would be where we would see it. And each of these would have its own folder so that I can add the color to it. just like how I have this like face base. Then I would also have color on the hair. So like for example here, it would look something like that. And then on this one, just hide these. This would connect from here. Fill in little gaps. Right. Then the next section is this one. I'll hide this. Center goes on top of all of this actually. So for this one, we would have it basically being like that. And then add in missing parts here, here. Here. All right. And you see how this covers up the edge parts of the hair, and then we've got this thing. And so that's how the bangs work. Which I should probably color in the eyebrows, so I might as well do that. I won't bother bucket tooling this since it's so thin, I would need to color it anyway. So there. There. Now, I could section off the back hair, or I could do it as one whole chunk. I think I'll do it one whole chunk just for the sake of simplicity. I'm not going too hard on this. Let's get our ears in. Ears. I need to like hide some stuff here. Ah, I forgot to. Duplicate it there? Okay. Get ourselves that symmetry tool. And then for the face base, let's eyedropper that, hide it again, and we're gonna color. There, eyes are there, eyebrows are there, bangs are there. For the nose, honestly, I feel like a dot would be enough. We're going for simplicity. I'll do a quick mouth. Upper lip. And I won't bother working out the rest just yet. So, okay. Ears and... yeah, let's do the back of the hair. Back hair. I see a bit of few pixels missing. Right here. Which one are you? This one. There we go. Okay, the back hair. You know what? I should hide the bangs. And I should hide the face as well. And the ears. Kind of like, not like this part will ever show, will it? This part of the hair, the part that's behind the head. That's like the back of the head, you know? There. Back of the head, ears, face, and then the bangs in the front of the head. I missed something? Wait, why is that? Face. Oh yeah, I did miss this. Guess it just didn't get selected. Fill that in manually. I guess I should also fill in these little bits if I run across any here. Eyes face on like a fluff ball practically.
I have to go now and I joined LE server 3.
LE server, the server. Alright. Thanks for joining the server and you know, thanks for stopping by. Good to see you again. Hope you have a nice rest of your weekend. Should I move the eyes down a bit? Let's see what it looks like if I do. I think that works out. And then the fun thing about VTuber models, the neck. Bring the symmetry tool for this. Because the neck always is like so long. I'll hide the face. Because it needs to accommodate for like looking up and stuff. Like this is the neck. It tends to be something like this. Like, that's a neck. But, like, once you add the other stuff back on, it looks normal. And then the clothes, the body, the difficult part. Incidentally, the center bang. This one. Something that I can do with the face base is, instead of having it all skin colored, I can do this sort of thing where the hairline is, I can basically color it like that. So in case at any point the physics or whatever make the bangs kind of fly around, I won't have skin poking through, I would have, like, you know, hair color poking through. So I can do this. Which... let me lock those layers. I'm like, this is not good. I am drawing outside of the lines. But here. That is the hairline. I feel like I accidentally used eraser at some point, so I'm just trying to fix that. Okay, so... I'm somewhat confused. Have I been erasing this whole time? Oh my gosh. Gosh. Let's just do this. And try that again. Try that again. I've been on this completely wrong layer this whole time. I'm somewhat confused about what I've been doing, but I should be fine, right? Okay, there. I'll just add some stuff to the eyes, and then I think whatever is left I will deal with later, because clothes is hard to think about. Clothes is hard to think about. So eyes, let's draw some nice eyes. Cool. Alright. Alright, now the fun thing about this is that you can kind of mock up like what'll happen if he looks around, because you can do this. Like looking down, looking to the side, and stuff. Yeah. Alright, well, I guess what I have spontaneously done is start drawing a model, so I guess that's what I'll be doing next week. Interestingly enough. Might as well go through the process. And, hey, this also works as advertising, I guess. Because I do want to give this model away, because I don't want to... I mean, I already have a model that I want to use, and this is more of a basic one, I guess. I don't know, maybe as I keep drawing it, it'll become less basic. But at the moment, it's a basic model. So, I'll give it away or something after I'm done. See if anyone's interested in it. But yeah, somehow the head is done. His forehead is showing through right here. Just a bit. I feel like it's a bit more obvious now that it's color. And then the clothes. Yeah. Alright. I guess that's good for today. Going from I have no clue what I'm gonna be doing today to starting, I guess, something. Alright. Then that will be it. Thanks for watching, and until next time. Alright. Bye-bye.